And we're here live for the Agile matchup with my good bald friend Madison T. We're seeing a tale of the ages here. Marko versus Andy. Andy's Revenge best of 13 for a price of $40, sponsored by FC Matt himself, and $10 by Apple Drop Larry. So we are on Arabian Oasis here. First to, if my math is right, first to 7. Am I right, Matt? First to 7?
Yes. I can't confirm the math. Don't check out.
First to 7 it is. So thoughts here. Andy supposedly has been away for quite a while from the usual event scene, but Marko has been killing it with both RE2, huge event, Tiber and Son. What else do you want? He plays absolutely all of them.
Tib's son?
He does. Oh, Tiber and Dawn, sorry.
Yeah,
right? Yeah, Tiber and Dawn.
I was like, Marko playing Tib's son or what?
Whoops. But MJ bullies me something. Sarah, I bully you because I love you, okay? That's the only reason why that happens.
It's classically what guys do when they're 6 on the playground. They bully girls as a form of teasing because they're trying to flirt with them.
You know why? You know why? Because we're friends, that's why.
That's my super seducer knowledge coming through, MJ. That's my super seducer knowledge coming through. Sure. See how long it took us to get distracted? What are we? 60 seconds into the series and already we're distracted.
That's not distracting. Exactly, Sarah. Exactly, Sarah. Yeah, so Marko going bottom right here, going as a rock. Andy, of course, he's gonna go Soviet. Arabian Oasis is typically a map that's actually very Yuri-sided. So Soviet against Yuri, you're gonna go tech all the way as both players actually. You're gonna go tech. You're gonna keep hitting with IC drones until the Yuri player eventually runs out of money, and then you'll be victorious. Oh, that's eventually.
MCV.
I think it's gonna plant a ref or a miner down there, or not.
Where the hell is that going?
Okay, it's absolutely going to stop right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I think Andy's gonna try and hide that MCV, which is why he's going in that sort of area where Marko doesn't necessarily have that scouted. Deso is out already.
No, I think he's going for a build down the cliff.
Oh, with the mags as well, that's gonna be absolutely toxic. Let's see.
How Marko... He's gonna get psychic towers up.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. That's the psychic reveal. There's the bunker.
That's gonna do one of 2 things here. That's gonna stop Marko from expanding top right, including those dead jump pads there.
But there's the IC.
I think Marko's only way to get around it is actually to move his M3 down to his bottom mid actually. But how useful would that be? If he moves to his bottom mid, there is a warfare actually down on the left, so he could get sprayed by that area as well. So Tim, and he currently sort of zoning on Marko here. Marko trying to spray down the left hand side to harass a couple of miners and keeps going in with the Deso on the left. On the right, sorry. Let's see here, miner on the left. That's gonna go down for sure.
Yeah, this is the this is the difficulty of playing like this. You do leave your base very exposed. Obviously Marko can't push in too far. Because then you're just gonna get a psychic tower out, right? And with that grinder there, a couple of Yuri clones, this entire Marko's push here will get stopped.
Yeah, I think if Andy's gonna move towards the right hand side here, he's gonna have to make some moves. But he's currently busy with, he's currently busy with a lot on the left side. I would actually think that the Yuri Prime would come up from the right side actually.
I was expecting a build on the right, take over the nuke reactor, and then sell it.
This is delay that IC, right?
The IC.
Yeah, I think that's where the Yuri Prime is going right now. It's going all the way towards the right side. But no, Marko pops the IC.
This is a dead MCV.
Yeah, we've seen it before actually. Andy pushing in pretty aggressively with his only MCV. And then sort of losing it immediately. But he does have the ability to sort of hold up the Soviet play here and rebuild his MCV.
We got a nuke out already from Marko. We got flag tracks coming in. They're going to take out the Yuri clones. This is not going to be able to do very much. Andy over there on the left hand side, he can rebuild his MCV, but we might just see a GG here.
Yeah, but I don't think...
There's no masterminds out. So I don't see this really being able to do very much.
Yeah, I think when Andy sort of made a really ballsy move there, it sometimes plays out, sometimes it's not. But currently he is in a lot of trouble here. He does make a couple masterminds, but Marko needs to take out that grinder and that war factory before anything else can be produced here. That'll immediately stop the production and prevent him from remaking another MCV, which will absolutely turn the tide in his favor. We all know Yuri plays. How Yuri plays, he can absolutely turn the tide in just one bad move here.
That is true. Okay, masterminds are out. This is looking like a Yuri army.
It's gonna be very hard.
The IC is also ready.
Yeah, I think Marko can go for drones here with that IC. And he just needed to get that Yuri Prime on the right side to take the power out.
IC. That was one of the worst ICs I've ever seen. I'm sorry.
It's not the worst. I think it depends on how much damage he gets out. And he got the mastermind.
They got the prime in the masterminds. They did what they needed to do, but that could have been done way further forward.
I think it's probably a good bait out of Andy, really. But look at that.
Well, exactly. What did Andy lose? He lost a prime and a mastermind, right?
And just like that, on the back of it, as we said earlier, Andy really good at holding up the Soviet play to allow himself to rebuild his MCV, which he absolutely did.
I mean, Marko is now expanding. I'm looking at this nuke though. This nuke, obviously we're gonna get a force shield out.
I tell you what, that nuke and IC is on the exact same timing here at minute 12, minute 10. So if Marko can play out his
rhinos, send those in.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he might force the nuke for the force shield and then send IC a bunch of rhinos or drones to take care of that army. And then the rhinos falling up can just take care of the rest of it. But the mastermind is gonna take a lot of flak!
Oh no!
Oh yikes. That did not turn out well for him. Out comes the nuke onto the lab.
Onto the lab. Takes out the radar. Puts it on low power. Now UIC. Now UIC.
I think that IC could have...
That was a questionable IC.
Yeah, that IC could have been done like without the nuke at all. I would expect the sort of actions to be done closer to Marko's base.
Marko, you needed to get that in the IC. The other IC's full shielding. So Andy did not get to grind up his units there. And now you go in!
Yeah, he has to overload the masterminds here.
The IC on the back. Oh no!
Marko. Yeah, Andy is really good at it, that Yuri play of holding up until the grinder comes out, because that's the main thing you don't want to push against a group of masterminds with grinders so nearby, which is why he planted another one right there. But that was a really good defensive play from Andy, and a little bit of a whoopsie there from Marko. I think Marko wanted to push in before that force shield was ready, so he could do the maximum amount of damage. But on the back of that, Marko with 3 wars now, 5 wars now, moving on to the right channel. And
a second nuke reactor.
Oh, he's doing a cane. He's doing a cane.
Actually, no, I don't like this. This validates cane.
He's absolutely doing a cane. But this expansion on the right hand side is going to prove to be either useful or detrimental to Marko now. Look at the split on the right hand side here. He's going to be very, very vulnerable. Yeah. Oh, that's good from Marko. He pushed in with his rhinos there.
I see the rhinos.
I think he's gonna take it. He's gonna take the brunt of it. No grinder nearby, so he can absolutely take the brunt of it. The 2 masterminds are overloaded, and down goes all the masterminds. It's unfortunately low power. Yeah, on the top right hand side, but Andy's gonna quit out. Oof.
I mean, Marko there was doing what the Soviet needed to do to win, right? Which is just slowly spread across the map. And as the Yuri, if Andy did not have map control there.
Yeah.
Marko is just solidifying his position more and more.
I think it's like a survival game that Marko was on the losing end of a survival game.
Yeah.
So the longer the game went, the better it was for Marko. Larry, thank you very much. Larry can be my sugar daddy. Thanks. Alright, predictions will be closing in 5-4-3. Oh, it's 50-50 or 47-53 now. So submissions have ended. And we're on to our second game here. Marko winning that first game. And now we're on dry heat. Notoriously, Yuri favorite map. Small areas, cliff. Lots of opportunities.
Different stages of the game. I am pretty sure I've said it's a Yuri favorite map, and I've said it's a Soviet favorite map. I've said it's Yuri favorite at the start, then Soviet, I've said it's Soviet favorite at the start, and then Yuri. And literally every Soviet or Yuri player disagrees with everything I've ever said. So clearly there is something up there.
It might be just I think you're an idiot, Matt. I don't know about you. Oh well, shit happens. So I mean, especially Andy on this map, right? It's similar to Woody. Woody plays on dry heat with a Yuri really well, even though he's an R2 player. AUL Blue, thank you for following. I'm gonna call you Blue. Thank you for the follow. But it's gonna be really hard for Marko to break this down. I think it's gonna have to be the same thing again. I don't think there's any other way to counter a Yuri build. I mean, it depends on what the Yuri builds, but it's gonna be very tough for Marko here. Because Andy is really strong on this. He's gonna camp, he's gonna abuse all of the Yuri tricks and tips here. And I don't know, this is gonna be very hard for him. Let's see how he goes on with it. In the back of this, Marko, good micro with a minus top left to make space for the ref. It's low power though, unfortunately. He's gonna have to sell that ref.
Andy, this is an interesting one. Andy's going 1-minus this entire game.
Is he banking on the fact that he might have to patch it to oils? He's gonna lose one of them.
He's definitely gonna lose one.
Also, mastermind by this.
Connie doing work.
Oh, the Deso bottom right. That's gonna be painful for him. Eco denied right here. Marko.
Now this is something that's very good for the Soviet player is against Yuri is these Desos on this map. Very difficult to deal with.
Oh, he's bunkering up as well.
But Andy's eco is about to plummet through the floor.
I think he might. Yeah, he grinded his MCV there. I think that's what I was about to say. The play here would cause for a grind of an MCV of some sort, but he did just grind his MCV. No, the masterminds are there as well. He doesn't have enough units to overload them.
No, and on those. Oh!
Oh no! 2 minus. Pop! Down they go.
Pop!
Oh, this is similar to how Marko was denying the gems from Andy with the Deso. Marko gets a taste of his own medicine. Yeah. I think
he's on gold. He's not on gems.
He's lacking that micro there after he moved them away for the Deso. And they're pushing in here down the choke point. Those 3 bunkers are absolutely amazingly placed there. It does have a lab out here, Marko.
I mean, my feng shui is right on right now.
Yeah. So the only one of the only ways that Marko can sort of counter this play is to hold out for the Yuri player while getting his eco at the same time. So you could walk a Deso down the right side, deny more all from Andy, and eventually just dwindling down the number of units that Andy has here, because he's gonna out eco and out produce Marko pretty soon.
We will see the IC up in any second now. Wait, Marko, where's the IC?
Hello, Marko? It's broke?
What did you just sell? I missed that.
You just saw the ref. Oh, the Yuri Prime. Oh, down goes the Yuri Prime. It's gonna go in here, Marko. Against 4 masterminds. I'm not sure that's a good idea. The flags are running towards the grinder. Will it pop at the same time? It does. One does go pop. Second one here. Marko desperately trying to click away, but all of the flag going into the grinder.
That was bad.
That was absolutely horrendous from Marko. He did give it an attempt, but unfortunately a map as small as dry heat, and it's very risky to do so. And the max will be able to long distance, outdistance the bunkers here. That was a very unfortunate play from Marko, and Andy now in the lead. Marko's eco going down after 2 of his miners getting magged. This is going to be very tough for him. Berg! I don't know what Marko can do here. The Yuri is very frightening. Tesla gets primed immediately. His only hope here is for the Deso and probably a flat cannon. to push away that the disc, but the Yuri Prime got so many MCV got sold. And I don't think that's the end goal here for Marko.
I don't think there's any coming back. Nope.
Force shielded, only delaying the inevitable. War factory goes down, no more production for tanks, all is left with his infantry. But however, the masterminds do get overloaded. And suddenly, all of a sudden, eco doesn't matter. Marko has one final push here. He can't wait it out any longer. He can only build infantry from here on.
There are no psychic towers.
Oh, but the Yuri clones are coming out from the barracks.
Mastermind's coming out as well.
That's GG. Yeah, there you go. That's 1-1 here. Dry heat. It's really, really tough for him to go up against. 1-1. empty. Alright, third game here, Reconcile. It's not being picked. So Andy's swapping over to Allied, as is tradition on Reconcile. You're really not really a good pick here.
That's my joke that I stole from South Park. You can't make that joke.
Wait, what?
As is tradition.
That's a normal thing. That's not a joke from South Park.
No, it's like South Park made a meme out of it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, you know what?
I don't.
It's a Canadian royal wedding. Like, and now the groom will be dunked in pudding, as is tradition. Oh no, the terrorists have arrived. This is certainly not going according to tradition.
What the f— I definitely didn't read that. When you want sound number 4, sound number 4 will be a— there you go.
How appropriate.
Exactly. Alright, so Andy's hopping over to Allied, so we will see a couple of
why is Steve still timed out?
I don't know. Oh shit.
The stream again? Steve, you're timed out because the timeout is like you have to watch the stream.
Yeah.
You have to watch the stream for the timeout. I don't know. Should I untime out Steve?
He should be untimed out by now. Let me start him back on the same spot here. Yeah, we're reading because multi-NG was accidentally on. Because they were still on from the
just had to refresh.
From the thingy.
What a noob, Steve! What a noob!
Shut up, man. Alright. Properly now, with no no multi-NG on. Same spots. But we're gonna see the same builds. You post, so you try being awake for 30 hours and then casting a fucking show match. That's right, you don't. Because you're a noob, idiot. His timeout already ran over. It's only been timed out for 5 minutes. 300 seconds, I think.
He got timed out for like... I timed out for 600 seconds.
He got timed out for... Every timeout is 300.
Yeah, so, you told me to time out for 6 because you got double out.
Yeah, then he got timed out for 9. And then after that 9 was down. 900 was down. He got timed out for another 300. So, yeah.
Why are you all hating on Steve?
I don't know. Anyways, similar builds here, exactly the same builds. Marko is gonna go for you notice how he builds a bunker before he builds a war factory. So unfortunately it's gonna need Marko's gonna Angie, flak, and this oil.
Oh, beautiful.
And unfortunately Marko only has 2 corners that he needs 3 to be able to take on an IV and a seal. So that's gonna be...
That isn't a seal. That's an IV and an engineer.
An engineer and an engineer is the same similar thing. But it's gonna need 3 corners actually. Marko does get Andy's oil here. And the engineer's gonna go for... Oh, the baits! The flak is now... The flak. The engine is now low power. Try to go for the ref, but the miners... Marko immediately panic clicking there, getting rid of the engineer. So time wasted, money wasted there for... Andy, and Andy actually lost his oil as well, so Marko might fortify that. On the back of that, Andy is on 2 minus, another engineer coming out here with another IV. Marko's on 4 and 3 Grizzlies are on the way. Yeah.
He will lose his oil. Will he do? No, maybe?
I think he might have another sentry gun ready here. Or he might just sacrifice that.
Oh, okay. And he's can't bring back his own oil.
Yep. Okay, Andy doesn't kill that oil.
Andy decides to leave him.
Don't know what that thinking would be. But yeah. Anyways, Andy moved down to bottom left here. And the sentry gun is gonna kill the oil. Andy does not realize it. Sorry, repairing it. He has no money to repair the oil. It's gonna go down. Oh dear.
Wow.
So wasted money on the engineer. Andy IV
Andy's not gonna recap
that oil. I mean, Marko does have an engineer ready to recap it.
This is silly, MJ. This is like watching me and you play.
No, it's not. It's really not. So on the back of that, Andy with an AFC out, he did move over to bottom left where the big jam patch is. So he's gonna ignore the small jam patch. The seal is ready with an IV here. Marko moved to his bottom mid. He's gonna be met with a couple of grizzlies here, and this is where the seal will do its damage. Bit of laming here, but anything goes between these two. A lab out for Andy now. But the more important factor here is that Andy is running away with his eco after getting down the bottom left. And comes the seal down along the right side of Marko's base here. Marko's gonna plant a couple of rhinos by the cliff. Hopefully to snipe out a couple of oh, the seal coming and catch the war factory. Fortunately, only one. I don't know why I went like all fucking nature documentary there, but we're here. Couple rhinos on the cliff.
Yeah, we see the Navy SEAL.
Exactly. So to counter that, Andy plants a paradrop on that cliff, and now in comes Andy with some grizzlies and some mirages here. He's gonna bow. Whoa, Marko. Boy, very bold to take that fight. Unlikely he'll win that with the paradrop incoming as well. The mirages as reinforcements.
Yeah. Marko, I think, is thinking too much in RA2
right
now.
He wins it anyway.
And he does win. He wasn't targeting the mirages, which of course in Yuri's Revenge, very easy to target mirages.
Yeah, exactly.
In RA2, sorry, it's a lot harder.
Oh dear. How frivol subject. Yeah, so Marko wins that fight down the bottom left. Pretty bad engagement there for Andy. He went all in, now he's losing a bunch of units here. Marko's gonna try and recapture that middle oil. He does have an engineer ready. He's gonna put all of his units to deal with it. He's gonna use the desos to push back the mirages, and he's gonna commit one mirage, which does go down to 3 desos.
It didn't even kill the deso.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill the deso.
Oof.
So he needs Rockies. Where are the Rockies?
Oh, the Tanya! Gets the MCV either way at the back of that base. And the war factory as well. That's what gets deployed.
Can't crush Tanya.
Yeah, Marko's left with one.
Marko's on low power.
And he's on one MCV, one war factory, yeah. He's gonna have to sell that ref there to get some power back, but I don't think he can support it. He's gonna have to push in here.
And he didn't deploy the desos further forwards either.
This is where Marko is on the ticking timer, and Andy now making BFs out. That's gonna be really painful for him. And the defense there. Oh, TTing and deploying. Whoops. Yeah, Marko's all in now. He's absolutely all in. He's bringing in most of his miners, leaving 3 to mine the gems. And those mirages are gonna be really annoying to deal with a bunch of 3s and with the BF there. Prism tower, well timed. Then the deso gets popped. One mirage goes down, second one.
Damage.
And Marko actually tried to go down bottom left, but the prism tower comes up there, so you can't just walk a deso in. That BF is gonna go down there, and he's committing a little bit too much. BF goes down. Marko can make a push towards the left hand side now. He's gonna try and cut off the mirages, and he stops the mirages immediately. The deso gets popped. Marko's trying to push in here. Prism tower goes down. But one mirage is left here. Andy on broke. Rockies are gonna be pumped out now. The desos are gonna be deployed onto that paradrop. This is Marko's final push. A war factory gets sold. And Marko needs to take out a lab before he can take anything else.
The wall.
Yeah, he can probably ult that war actually with that prism tower there. Ulted with a miner. He's gonna take out the last war. The last war actually goes down.
GGI is going down in the bottom left.
Yeah, I think that went up before when Marko tried to push in there, but this is looking pretty bad.
GGI's are out.
This is looking really bad for Andy around. The miners will easily take care of the GGIs. He needs to rebuild the war factory.
Can still be built.
Yeah, he does have a couple of Deaths back in base as well. Looks like he is gonna send a couple rockets down towards bottom right, but Marko's trying to push here, and he's gonna commit. Power goes down, no power left for the prism towers. He needs to get rid of that barracks. He does have war factory bottom left now. It's down to the wire.
And he's building a war factory down the bottom left, but he has no ref.
Literally what I said a couple minutes ago, Matt. Pay attention. Pay attention, students. I'm kidding. Sorry, what did you say?
Never mind. Twitch chat knows. Twitch chat knows that I was right.
True. Oh, Marko sells the war factory. But the eco situation for both players is not looking good now.
Go now, sending his miners back to mine.
Yeah, exactly.
But Andy can't build anything really. He's got there's no wall. Even with a ref. Marko just needs to camp.
Yeah, this is... Oof. There's only very little all for Andy.
And Marko could take this game out in 20 minutes.
Absolutely. After like 2 minutes of beating there, Marko making another miner.
Build V3s. He could actually build V3s if he wanted to.
It's a lost game for Andy, and that's 2-1 to Marko.
No, she's in a hot tub with two other girls.
Player defeated.
God.
No, Steve has left the chat. Steve has left the chat. We know that much.
True. Anyways, on Dust Ravine here. Frivol. I'll call you Frivol or Rival. Yuri looks so bit as here, pretty graphic, but in a certain way, yes, this is a very Yuri sided map.
This is one of Andy's favorite maps.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also one of Marko's least favorite maps.
True. Fortunately, Marko has no vetoes left.
Nope, that's Andy was definitely saving this in his back pocket. Guarantee you, and he does that quite a lot. He will make opponents burn vetoes.
But this is where I think there are certain situations where Andy is definitely lost in this map as Yuri. Actually, a lot of it is actually to Marko.
Yeah, he has licked to Marko. Wait, no, that would be bad. He's given Marko a good old licking, as they would say.
True.
Or kicked Marko's ass. Careful not to get those two phrases mixed up. But
what, man?
yes, it is indeed.
Finish your sentence later.
Marko has lost many times on this map. That's what I was trying to think.
Okay, you finally finished your sentence. Yeah, Marko typically does this very anti-Yuri build. He's gonna go 0 from the war factory, especially on this map. He's gonna build double ref by the gold patch, by the all patch, the gem patch, sorry. And then he's gonna spend a bunch of conies to go after this machine shop. And that's gonna go do one of two things. He ults onto the bunker.
He gets on the bunker.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing that Marko wants to get rid of. That's gonna prevent the Yuri from building onto to get that gold patch, and that's gonna prevent the auto repair as well. On the back of that, Andy already on lab tech. He's gonna get rid of this miner here, Marko. Good, Marko. They're pulling away the Rhino, and Andy's gonna make a move towards the right side, or is he gonna move towards Marko's base?
He's gonna move towards Marko's base. Is he gonna build a grinder?
Yeah, so
no, he's gonna go slightly outside. He's gonna go north middle. Pulling it. North middle trees. There, deploy. Bam! I'm a bows.
So same situation here as in Arabian Oasis.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Marko
There's
did.
the grinder.
Fortunately, Marko, Andy did lose his expansion and an oil as well. So that Fall Guy is going to do one of two things here. Any masterminds or any overloading of a mastermind is going to be definitely hindered here. And another grinder forward.
Yep. And there's the bunker.
This is going to be really hard for Marko to punch through. So that's going to... Yeah, like I said, and Marko can't now just bulge in, bulldoze in with those flak to those masterminds because the grinder is readily available. The grinder can immediately grind all the mastermind to flak and stop the overloading. And then the viruses as well to prevent the desos from causing any further damage.
Yep. This is the nightmare position for a Savior player. Because you know, what do you do here? How do you get out of it? You know, there is a front line here that is, you can't break it without an IC, right?
Yep.
So you see what Marko is doing is he's not going to attack that front line.
Yeah, he's gonna split around.
He's going to split around. He's going to go for the soft underbelly, which is the,
What is it, man?
I was going to say the lab. But it looks like it might be going for the miner.
No, I think
it also pulls Andy away from the top and gives Marko time to build his IC.
Yeah, I think what he wanted to do here was actually go around the bottom, but he notices that there's a pretty big mastermind force there. Down the bottom, 2 Yuri clones, mastermind, and the psychic tower as well.
No, Kirov's terrible later. He'll get killed by the gat.
I think
siege choppers might be, but you can't do that in a
Marko could use some siege choppers on the cliff, but the mags are immediately there. Kirov would do some work. He needs to build the war factory a little bit closer and then get a Kirov out to deal with the bunkers, and then he can.
I was gonna say 2 gats in 2 bunkers will make short work of a Kirov.
I don't think so.
Underestimate gats.
If Marko builds the war factory a lot closer, the Kirov will immediately take the rest of those out.
That's true. If he builds a bit of a forward wall, that would work.
So Marko taking out a miner down in bottom mid there.
Siege choppers would get masterminded
on the cliff.
Magged.
Yeah. So grinder available down bottom left here. So immediately Marko's gonna back out here. So he's really stuck here, Marko.
Yep.
Really not sure what he
grinder
can
and
do.
mastermind are one of the most powerful combinations.
He's gonna go all the way to the left side though, take out the miner that's mining on gold, mining on gems.
Yeah, taking out the Euro Eco is the solution here.
Yeah, and this is actually taking out the Yuriko is absolutely the solution here. Look at how much money Andy has left compared to Marko. So a Kirov now would be absolutely dreadful.
He has literally no miners.
That's the downsides here. So Marko needs to take out the rest of the oils actually. To properly
Marko has
down.
taken the top left oil.
So Andy now going around. He's gonna go around here trying to take out the IC whatever he can. The IC gets popped though. Either way, the IC was deployed immediately after. That's gonna do some chip damage to the mag, and then the IC units can run down the mastermind here. Is this Andy's downfall here? No miners remaining. He's gonna have to rebuild the miner with only 1 oil remaining as well. It's gonna be very hard for him to push back here. All the units go down, and Elite Rhino comes out of it. The flag can push forward there and get rid of that last disc. And Andy's not rebuilding any miners at all. This should be a game towards Marko unless he throws this down the hatch here. That Elite would make short work of absolutely everything here. Fribble, you're saying that I told you Yuri licking Soap's ass here. I mean, Yuri's losing pretty badly.
100% lost this game, I'm sorry to tell you.
Marko did, Andy did grind his MCV there so to get so that's 3k in the bank. But on the back of that, he did lose the front line here. And Marko is going to have a ton of eco. He has 10k. I mean, look at that. So very patient gameplay here out of Marko. Making its way around to the soft underbelly. And then taking that top left oil as well.
Saying it now. You're saying it now.
I'm just referring back to you, Matt. So Marko's probably going to rebuild the IC here. And he still has those 2 gem patches along the top to get rid of any pesky anti-eco. There's a board as well. That'll do nicely against the masterminds. But Marko is just playing the waiting game now. He doesn't
really...
really...
It works nicely against Euro Prime is what Boris does.
And Marko playing the waiting game here is waiting for Andy to push. It's gonna exhaust all of his units. Obviously there's no grind nearby now, so the masterminds will be very, very, very vulnerable. The mastermind is already on half health. And he's gonna keep... Marko's gonna keep pushing forward here, but Andy's really good with the mag juggling.
Oh,
Elite! Oh, the elite got masterminded! Just absolutely what Andy wanted here. Marko may be playing the waiting game a little bit too long. He does have those bunkers at defense, but Andy can easily go around here. He does make a drone this time.
Let's not forget, Andy is broke. He has no oils.
Yep, so this is his absolutely last hope here. He does have an IC. Marko. Oh, Elite gets droned. He needs to pop that IC here. 3 seconds. No force shield either. But the Elite will get droned and it will go down. So a couple drones will probably get rid of the rest of this Yuri army here.
Yep.
And yeah, Marko's...
I mean, this is... I mean, Dessa's like... Wow.
Yeah, and Marko... sorry, Andy absolutely broke here. He is going on literal scraps here. No miner, no oil.
Where did he get $300 from?
I believe he grinded some of the initiates that he had in base.
Yeah, he knows that one gap is not enough to defend against on our horde of drones. So he needs something else. But blacks, unlimited blacks.
I think Marko is just waiting and for that IC to come up again before he can make another move. So
he could be, but he also knows that Andy is broke. He also knows Andy's broke.
Absolutely.
And here you go. Gonna rush in on the mastermind. Force it to overload.
Or maybe Marko is just waiting and making Andy quit instead.
And now that's GG. Did you know that a flat track beats a GAT in a one-on-one?
Yep.
Oh, that's Twitch chat.
Alright, 3-1 Marko. Frivol, you're I don't want to say anything, but you're looking a little bit naive there, buddy. So down to the rush.
Yep, this is not an easy map to harass Yuri on.
Yuri notoriously has an advantage here. Any map that really Andy picks is very, very...
Andy's gonna pick maps where Yuri has a huge advantage. Do you remember when this map first came out and there weren't those 3 rocks?
Yep.
And Berg's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna do this. The map comes out 2 days later. We have a tournament game on this map, and like 7 boomers come out of the Yuri naval yard.
Players will always find a way to abuse it somehow. So I think this map, again, cliffs, choke points. I think you can probably get marked from the other side of the river if you're the replay on that cliff on the bridge. So very, very prone here, but as well as that, there is a possibility of a clear off around the back end. So we'll probably see some bunkers from Andy around the back of his MCV.
All the table naval yard?
Yeah, true.
Berg wouldn't do that on one of his maps. Berg always enables the naval yard, so you misclick the war factory.
I had to shout at him for a little bit until he removed it from a couple of maps. Alright, so these huts by the river here is actually pretty crucial. So losing these would be... It won't be the end of the game, but it is very, very hard for him. So especially with initiates, and he can just fill this up with initiates, and it'll be really hard for Marko to push.
Yep.
Same with...
balance, guys. Initiate building damage. Garrison initiate damage.
Initiate seems to be nerfed for the damage, honestly. So fucking OP.
I mean, they can melt an a 10 unit in a building can melt an APOC sometimes before the APOC gets an ability to fire. It's insane.
Absolutely. So we're seeing Desos on a Marko here immediately with the radar after the second ref. So Andy's gonna go for the miners on for the gems on the cliff, and Marko's gonna trap his own deso, but he's gonna deny the middle gems with the deso here. Doesn't even need to deploy it. Andy's sending a miner to deal with it. It's gonna take quite a while there, Andy, but he is gonna move to the second gem patch as well. So Andy all gem patches now, as Yuri always does. But we're gonna see
as is tradition.
Yeah. Okay. And we're gonna see a quick attack out of Marko. Getting that IC absolutely crucial for IC drones. So we're gonna see a repeat of it, the same thing again and again and again here.
Yeah, there is one build to counter Yuri. Go rush that IC down.
Because Yuri is too broken that there's only absolutely one thing to do.
Yep.
But we've seen actually a couple of other ways to deal with Yuri.
Oh! Get some mag and the gat. Beautiful play.
Shown by Woody. Woody would often send one dog to the miner just to harass. It does the same thing as a deso, but a lot more cost efficient, and especially at the start of the game when you're building so much with 10k in your bank and then you might not have an eye on it, and then suddenly you realize, why am I broke? Oh, because of one singular dog on one on one gold patch.
I don't think that normally happens to people. I think that's just you.
No, it definitely happened before. You might have think you got me, but it's okay. You can be delusional all you want. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, actually I've seen it a lot of times because the slave miners were absolutely go so far away from the original miner itself, so a dog can absolutely kill all 5 slaves, and more dogs coming out, more slaves coming out means more eco loss. So as trend normally is, more flags and rhinos here, and he's amassing a bunch of disc back in his base, so Marko's gonna have to realize that pretty soon. And get some flat cannons up. Even more. Oh my god, Andy. Yep, and the discom Marko should be sending there. So Andy pulling in the disc on the top means that the mastermind cannot be overloaded here. He's gonna force shield. They force him. Bait out the force shield. The drones. Oh, the miner. They're just getting a hit on their ref. Andy with impeccable timing as always. And he's gonna mag the miner that unfortunately does not die on that cliff. But the mastermind units will probably get a miner out of the way. Saved it, but one tick of health. Marko again being saved by good timing. And Andy actually really good timing as well. Those miner drops are so broken, absolutely, and I don't think there is a way to write that into the INI so that doesn't happen. Anyways, IC is ready. Got 4 drones here. Andy rebuilds the bridge in the middle. Coming in with a bunch of brutes from the genetic mutated. IC gets popped. That's gonna go for the mag and the mag immediately. Mag and the gat immediately. That's what I wanted to say. The brutes will be taken care of as well by Andy's target. That was the lab. Was that a good trade? I do not think so. But that's gonna slow down the force shield once again here. And Marko spinning off 3 rhinos on the bottom to get rid of another miner here. So again, the same trend as always. Target the Yuri Eco while you get some drone ICs out. It's play Yuri is like playing survival. They'll come at you again and again and again, and all you have to do is repeat the same things. And then we'll see what happens. I just got a text message off of Woody saying, "Can I play Quest now?" So Andy now on 3 walls. Marko is on 2. He's fully teched up with the nuke as well. Trying to push in again here, but I think Marko has more than enough to deal with that small Yuri army. Just gonna keep pushing forward here. What's up, Jacob? Miss you, bud. So overloaded once again here. The discs are gonna go for the MCB. MCB goes down. It gets sold, but it destroyed beforehand. Service depot is available, so Marko can rebuild. But this is turning out to be a pretty long game here. Andy kept going in after attack after attack, and Marko just countering it really nicely. Another Drone I see coming out here targeting the masterminds. And in comes the IC. There comes the IC and in comes the nuke now. Oh, that's a very good target here for Marko. All of my Andy's miners are in one position. And the nuke goes up in that top corner. The Dominator goes down on that ref and war factory. And his war factory gets hit now. He's on low power. Marko's trying to go in here. But too many miners for Marko to deal with, along with those discs. He's gonna have to track back here. But now Andy is gonna go in with all of his miners. Having 12k in the bank, he can do that. And 2 all patches left for Andy on his side of the map. Marko now full defensive mode. Those miners have close to infinite health, which is so bloody annoying. And obviously no sentry guns available to deal with it. Of course, that Dominator died. That service depot died. That Dominator after rebuilds it. Another gonna go down here. Second nuke reactor comes up. It's gonna push away the disc. And those miners not mining. Andy's still on 9k, pretty healthy here. Those rhinos can actually chip off the miners one by one. And Marko could farm any elites out here. So Andy has to be really careful not to lose too many miners.
Oh, and he's coming back.
The mag here coming in to help. The mag juggling at the back. The miners has fodder. So he can't, and Marko can't really target the mag at the back. Andy playing out time here to rebuild a couple of Yuri units around the back here. The mags and the gas.
He needs the lab. He needs that mastermind.
And the IC gets popped here. It's gonna chase away a couple of those units. The IC drone is gonna go for the units on the bottom of the flag. We'll clean it up. And down to 4 miners remaining here. And he does not have any other miners left on the field. 2 flags left to deal with one singular disc. That last disc goes down.
Disc goes down. The lab is back up though, so we can't see masterminds.
Yeah, but Marko's eco is twice of Andy's right now. Andy does not have any money going into his eco right now. Mutator goes down. 1 drone will deal with it. And Marko left with 0 miners once again.
And there will be no shield available for this nuke. So that lab, that grinder, that war factory are all gonna die, MJ.
Absolutely. If he can place it right in the middle, right to the left of that war factory, I think all of it, the power, including all 3 power plants, will go down.
Yep. I don't know why Andy decided to build a lab right there. I would have done it on somewhere further away from the war factory.
There you go. Let's see. Yeah, he sells it immediately. He knows what's happening.
Down, and the racks!
Dear God,
the racks is important because it does mean he can't build a new lab.
And he's low power as well. Oh dear, Andy last minute push around the back. Drones will deal with it. The IC, the rhinos will take care of the rest of the stuff here. Dominator gets popped. He's gonna ult the war factory here. But Marko will probably comfortably win. Oh, never mind. He's not gonna comfortably win that base trade. Never mind, the rhinos get hit by the Yuri clones. Oh, Andy calls GG. True.
Thank you for the content as well as Larry sponsoring as well.
Oh dear, Andy calls GG anyway. But it might be GG for Marko actually, as Andy usually does. But Marko does still have a couple of units here. He's gonna push away Andy.
War factory might be down, but Andy is... Where's Andy's money coming from?
I'm not too sure.
Building a miner? Can't be building a miner.
Yep, he is.
No,
He's
that's madness.
So Andy's
those
GG.
miners are going to demolish those Yuri clones.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether Andy's GG is actually for him or for Marko. He often
Boris!
He did say GG when he was playing Marko a couple days ago, but I think his GG was actually for him. Yeah, Marko saying lol right after that. So 4-1 to Marko now.
You can just pay for Eurovision. We don't actually compete in it. Well,
True.
we compete because we pay for it, but...
Thanks. Larry, thank you very much for biddies. All right, we're on to country swing now. Let's go.
UK gets a free pass into Eurovision. Because, ask the French.
That's why it's
I said yet. I said yet. It's his fucking name!
Andy Bale's playing Marko a few hours back. talking crap in chat there.
Yep. I wouldn't say that's unexpected, Lloyd, but it has happened once or twice before, so we're not surprised for that here. We're not surprised for that. Absolutely not. But yeah, Lloyd absolutely with a factor. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Bit of trash talk in the game, that's fine. Especially against one of the most toxic players out there. Against one of the...
these two are all friends, right?
What'd you say?
These two players are long time friends, aren't they?
Yeah, they absolutely are friends. They go in the bathroom and shake hands every now and then. But this is just a facade, you know. All the trash talk.
The burning hatred that they have for each other is actually all a lie. It's actually passive aggressive eroticism. The more aggressive they get, yeah. It's like when boys tease girls in the playground. It's because they have a crush on them. These two actually, it's passive aggressive eroticism.
They're actually married.
Lloyd at 96 says I offered him 4 hours ago and said it was 50
to each other. Right, yeah.
3 a.m. Now he's saying he's losing because he's tired and Marko wouldn't play earlier. Just
Yikes. Sarah, get out of here. Wait, no, stay.
Hey, Sarah.
That emote is clearly for something else here.
Are you sure it's not Sarah without the H?
I know how to pronounce my friends' names. Bye, Sarah. I'll see you on the stream later. Okay, country swing. After a bit of waffle.
Ukraine is favorite to win, yeah.
So,
for the first time ever, it won't be voted for by Russia.
country swing
anyway.
Country swing is a map that's pretty. Shut the fuck up, Matt. Country swing is a map typically favored by Yuri, especially Andy's playstyle here. He often sort of moves intensity towards the middle, camp it out in the middle, wait for Marko to make a move. Which is why Marko is actually building towards the middle here, try to prevent that from happening. Andy also moving towards building towards mid as well, probably getting a forward grinder up before anything happens.
Kane Killer 1993 says country swing.
Exactly, Kane. Yep, there you go. There's the MCB move. Not stream later? Oh man, okay. I'll bug your DMs then. So Marko, Andy moving towards mid. He has about 5 miners here. Marko on lap tech. Getting power. IC is being built with 5 miners as well. 5 is a little bit low for this stage of the game actually for country swing, but I guess when you're playing an SVY in that sense, okay, get out of here. This is my stream. I guess in that sense, you're playing an SVY, so you can probably save the little miners for a lot later here to see Andy making another miner at the war factory. So both players bunkering up the middle, trying not to allow the other player to sort of camp out in the mid. Andy actually going for that corner gems there, but I think he got pushed back by a Deso. There we go. Yuri Prime 3 mags out. So the Deso counter is gonna be there for the mags, and the Yuri Prime is gonna probably counter the Deso.
Oh, top right though, MJ. Miner is getting taken out.
Yeah, that miner I think was on gems, but Marko spinning off here, getting another one of the Yuri Eco down. The Deso getting hit by a bunker does not kill the bunker inside, right? If
Correct.
the Deso is deployed, sure. Yeah, this is the absolutely perfect counter to bunkering up here. Getting a lot of mags to take out bunkers in a very quick time, and then viruses to prevent any Desos from moving forward. Marko needs to deploy that Deso immediately. There you go.
Oh, look at his max though.
Yeah, but not enough, I think. They're still doing quite a bit of damage there. And the viruses killing themselves on the Deso. That's an ouchie. So IC is up. Oh, the slaves. Not the slaves. So Andy here, bunkering up in the middle. He has successfully pushed back the bunker rush. And now he has total control of mid actually. So Marko's gonna have a hard time moving forward. The Yuri Prime and the max going to his bottom left. And the IC gets popped down in mid. That's one way to push it back. Marko's gonna have to get rid of that psychic tower so the grinder won't be effective at all. And that Yuri clone as well. Squish it, and the mastermind has been droned.
And out he goes.
Oh, the drones on the left as well takes out a lot of the mags. The Yuri Prime's still above alive down the bottom left. No, Yuri balance is not on. Oh, Marko, and he's so quick to rebuild down in mid here. So any sort of push back from Marko to deny Andy the middle, you're absolutely slaughtered immediately. This is one of Andy's best maps.
This is scary.
Yeah, this is very, very scary.
Andy's both players' eco is not looking too good, but Marko does have a new count now.
Marko has both super weapons here. And 3 wars. On 6 minus. So his eco's not the best here. Could probably use...
It'll be great against this Boris. Boris would be incredible against this.
Yeah. Oh, the Boris gets a little bit forward.
Oh, the Dessos.
Flag is great here. I don't think Andy has enough units to defend it. He's gonna force shield it anyway.
That is bad. IC is ready.
Yeah, the force shield. Maybe I think Andy probably predicted the IC or anticipated IC a little bit too soon here.
IC coming up. There you go. The drone is. Just take out the Euro Prime. Go through.
Oh, this IC absolutely deadly. Marko, the right targeting there.
Being moved down. Mastermind.
There it is. Oh, good kiting. The target is there, but it did get overloaded by the tanks going anyway.
No.
Micro Marko there, not living up to his name.
Oh, but Andy grinds his cats.
Oh dear, I think he.
That was a mistake.
I think he planted a psychic tower there and then immediately selected them to be grinded, including his own gats, but to no avail. Marko pushing back this Andy move to his bid. Another one.
Oh, Andy sells it without needing to.
Yeah, another side tower is down, but no grinder available here. You know, it'd be absolutely jokes if Andy makes Yuri's NGs out of the fucking barriers there. Just walks them straight in. Such an Andy thing to do, but the Yuri clones.
Still got lab.
The Yuri clones are incoming. Yeah, he definitely does have a lab.
Yuri is. Yuri has a negative win rate. That's just safe.
So he does have the lab around the back, so Mastermind still can be produced there.
Oh, Euro Prime goes down.
The drones here will be pretty useful, but the mags will counter it pretty easily. The nuke is now ready, along with that IC in 40 seconds here. It's a losing game that Andy's playing right now. That nuke can go on the lab and the war factory, or Andy can, or Marko can actually bait for the force shield to come out pretty soon. And he can split apart here, try to push away that IC from his mid base. The mags are gonna go down, not before juggling one down though. Boom super weapons ready for Marko. Where will it go? Marko also has sold his no, he moved his MCV. Ah, there goes the IC. Is he gonna bait a force shield here? The force shield goes anyway on the lab.
Oh, he doesn't get the low power.
Oh yeah, Marko tried to get a low power but didn't get there in time.
No, it failed, and he's gotta run away.
Yuri clones!
And the masterminds, making it scary.
Yuri clones are absolutely underrated in this sort of situation here.
Yep.
1-to-1, no overloading. Difficult map for Yuri player? Hell no. Yuri, if Yuri can hold mid pretty easily, then oh, the lead coming from the masterminded. It's 1 health though. But the flags are gonna come in and overload the mastermind, and the elite gets free. So Marko now has an elite on his end. The masterminded units goes down, and Andy quitting out. Yeah. Yikes. I also timed both of you out.
I don't have permission to make a poll.
No, because you were unmodded after you got timed out.
No, I'm not. What?
Both of you got timed out. When you got timed out, you get removed the mod.
Oh!
Idiot.
No, I hadn't refreshed it. It's on my mod badge.
Yeah. Anyway, Desert Island. Marko is up 5-1, so is 1 point closer Just 1 point needed to match point here. Andy only with that one singular win on dry heat. Am I right? Dry heat? Yeah, I think he won on dry heat. But Dust Ravine, Yuri map, Country Swing Yuri map, or Yuri Favorite map. Marko seems to be pretty easily beats here. As in, he beats Andy, not easily, but pretty convincingly here. Scoreline being 5-1. So I mean, a lot of people saying that Yuri is OP, Soviet OP. You know, it's all a matter of context.
Yep. Context. But, are you a dum-dum, or do you know what you're talking about?
Yeah. In the case like someone like Sunny, who is a Yuri main, I wouldn't say that he doesn't know what he's saying, but opinions usually differ from person to person. But on a map like Desert Island here, it's pretty even. But Marko here is gonna move towards mid immediately. I think that's probably a good move here. It's gonna cut Yuri off from the center of the map, so Marko will be able to spot anything coming his way, and more importantly, get his eco. But looks like Andy's making a move towards mid as well. Yep, and it's coming in with a mag and a get for any pesky drones that might come in. I usually say I need team OP, yeah, true.
Yes, he Fisher.
Oh,
Fisher
he got droned!
Oh,
Andy
no.
got droned! Andy got droned!
Daddy, no! No grinder either.
Yeah.
That was overly aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, Andy going towards mid here with the mag and a gat. I think he was expecting a drone behind the tree, but Marko just sort of maneuvered the drone around the back, and then I saw the drone incoming. I thought it was going for the mag, but he went for the MCB instead. And now Andy, no grinder, he's gonna send absolutely everything in here. He's making Yuri clones as well. All the miners, all the units. He's gonna make them play towards mid. I think Marko is probably gonna get the Desos in the middle and then camp this out. Or he could split off and then probably snipe the two production buildings and yikes.
Marko running the fuck away.
I would do the same, dude. I would do the same. Actually, you could probably move all the way down bottom left and get those gems as well. Yeah, I think Marko's, Andy's either gonna make a play towards mid or try to get some eco down in mid here after pushing Marko away. Marko running away from mid. Andy might just get rid of these two buildings here and then get the eco down in mid actually. But he's gonna get met with a lot of Desos. Marko moving around the side here.
I mean, Desos do counter every Euro unit pre-lab.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go!
Oh dear. Yeah. Yikes, there you go. No more units for Andy. He is broke as well. So there you go. 6-1 match points. Oh, okay. Andy's bowing out. Okay, looks like Andy's bowing out now. So Andy bowed out, said GG's, gotta go to bed now for my $100 series versus Legend in a couple hours. So Andy forfeited, gives Marko the win. I guess that's that.